Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. Today we are talking about the lists for Silicon Hammer 2022, the rebirth of Silicon Hammer. This used to be a one-day tournament in San Jose, and it has been revived by Joe and Joel. And I'm just excited to talk about some lists and talk about very unique. There's a very unique mechanic in this tournament, which I'm super stoked about. But let's introduce the panel. As usual, it's me, Swamp Swimmer. With me, as always, is Vespasian. And joining us also is Ben from Canada. Not from Canada, Jesus. Ben from Seattle, almost Canada. Almost Canada.
You got deported, Ben.
Yeah, that's true.
And also on the line, just with audio, is Joel, the TO. Say hi,
how's
Joel.
it going?
There you go.
Technical difficulties on the camera, sorry.
No worries. We got a lot to cover for this, so we're gonna make this nice and speedy and rapido. So let's talk about what makes this tournament unique. First thing I want to talk about is the venture capitalist mechanic, if you want to call it a mechanic. Joel, do you want to explain it, or explain it for us, please?
Yeah, sure. So, this being Silicon Valley, home of venture capitalists, investing in the new startups, trying to find that hot new company to make all your money off of. We tried to throw a theme of that into the tournament. And it kind of goes along with, we always do these list reviews and who's going to beat who. And, there's lots of people out there forming opinions and analyzing, and thought, let's have more fun with it and actually make it part of the tournament. So the way this works is you're going to see when we go to the list, everyone has named their army. That's their startup company. And everyone gets to invest in 3 startup companies. So the way the investment works is a startup is worth his battle points on day 1. So, if Aaron has a kick-ass day 1 and scores 50 battle points, that's his startup company's worth. The tricky part is his investment worth is divided by the number of people that invested in him. So, 10 people all think Aaron's awesome, so they're all going to invest in Aaron. So now his 30 points got to get divided amongst 10 people, so it's only worth 3.
I love this mechanic.
So that's kind of how the bonus game works. So the idea is you got to go out there, you got to pick lists that you think are going to do well on day 1, and you think other people won't necessarily also join in.
I love this mechanic because we all know there's like there's a certain handful of players that we all know in the Bay Area or in the Northern California area, and we all know they're really good players. So investing in them is logically a good bet because they might do well, but also a lot of other people know that person is a good player and will invest in them, and that'll dilute the points you'll get out of it. This is a great mechanic. I'm so stoked about it. Last thing, Joel, tell us how each player puts in their votes.
Yeah, so you have right up until the morning, Saturday morning. If you know ahead of time, feel free to email me and get that stuff out of the way, especially if you think you're going to be late on Saturday morning. Yeah. But otherwise, just bring your top 3 choices in and let me know when you sign in.
Sweet. I love it. I'm probably going to... I have to think long and hard about this. So, but we will be, we are releasing people's names with their lists, so you will know who you're voting for, not just based on the list, but based on the player also. But let's next stop. Let's talk about the scenarios. There's some little different scenarios for this tournament also. Oh shoot, I'm gonna lose it. There we go. Okay. So scenario 1, the fog, which is basically frontline clash modified and blind see below. Do you want to go over this, Joel?
Sure. All right. So for this one, this is kind of your classic, and a lot of tournaments do this, where there's going to be a wall. There's basically going to be a wall down the center of the table. So both armies are going to deploy at the same time without seeing the other person's army. Joe's actually working. He's been working hard on creating some pretty fancy screens. I haven't seen them yet, but he says they're awesome. So we'll
all
see
have
that.
faith in Joe. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then to make things a little crazier, we decided to shift the entire deployment zone 3 inches towards the center. So instead of being 24 inches apart, you're actually only going to be 18 inches apart. and you can't use the back 3 inches of your deployment zone.
Oh, so you have to push.
You're blind deployment, and you could be closer to your opponent than you think. The whole idea, in the fog, you're not really sure how close or how far you are.
Got suddenly way worse for me. This is awful.
Well, yeah, this is bad for gun lines, which blind deployment is good for gun lines, so it's a little bit of a balancing act here.
I do like that you can't deploy in the last 3, though. That's cool.
This is cool. This is cool. Okay, let's move on to scenario 2, which is no trust in management. I love these. These are great. Counter thrust and King of the Hill, but what's the extra piece? What's the extra spice, Joel?
This one, this started off at a slightly different incarnation, which was a little more extreme, but we toned it down a bit. So basically, the bottom line is at the start of each turn, your general has to basically take a discipline test, and if he fails his test, his commanding presence range is decreased until the next turn. But because he's on the verge of being ousted from command, he does get the golden parachute, so he gets a +1 Aegis save until he successfully gets his confidence back.
Nice.
That's fantastic. Okay, I gotta think about that one because my commanding bubble is interesting. That's I guess it potentially could be beneficial for non-bubble armies like warriors, I guess. I don't know, all these are interesting. All right, moving on to scenario 3 here. Whoa, I'm missing scenario 3. There we go.
Go back up.
Contract employees, which is refuse flanked and capture the flags, but go ahead, Joel.
One, we'll get into more details on this. This is where we came up with these hired guns. So this was, give Joe a lot of credit for this one. He wanted to add a little bit of fun, a little bit of craziness. So he wants to create these colorful characters that have some flaw or weakness. But it allows basically any army to play with something you're not used to playing. So anybody can take any hired gun. You just got to figure out how to make their weakness work for you. So when we get into them, you'll see what we're talking about. But basically, you just pick one, and you get them as part of your army list for that scenario 3.
For just round 3. Gotcha.
Do they count
just
for
round
points?
Yeah. Does it count for a victory point?
They do count for points. So
They do.
Yeah, I guess it would count for victory. Actually, no, it shouldn't. Sorry, it shouldn't count for victory points because they're not equal.
Okay, so they don't count.
They're there to get you victory points, but they don't count.
Okay, thanks.
Scenario 4, traffic jam, which is dawn assault and secure target. What's the special sauce, Joel?
For the morning game, everyone's gonna get there on time, just like pre-COVID, and kind of now it's coming back to it. Getting anywhere on time first thing in the morning in Silicon Valley is always a challenge. But the twist on this one is your opponent gets to pick any one of your units, and that unit does not show up on time. It arrives at the start of turn 2. So this one will be a strategic play against your opponent's Death Star if he has one.
And they automatically ambush turn 2. Interesting.
On your own hedge, so you don't have to roll or anything. It's just basically you're playing one turn without one of your units.
Interesting. Okay, and then scenario 5, earthquake. Of course, we're in California at earthquake, which is encircle modified in breakthrough. But what's the special sauce?
Yeah, this one goes way back. I think 6th, 7th edition Warhammer had this scenario where before you deploy each unit, you roll for it, and that tells you where you have to deploy that unit. For encircle, you got the 3 zones. You got the first 18, the middle 18, and the other 18. So as you go to place the unit, you roll a d6, and if you get a 1, it has to be on the left side. If you get a 2, it has to be on the right side. 3, 4, 5 is in the middle, and then 6 you can choose.
That's cool.
Dang, that is nuts.
Oh, this is good stuff. This is gonna be a really
It's the most complicated scenario of deployment on the last game of this tournament.
It's awesome.
Okay, I vote we shouldn't go through each of the hired guns because let's see here.
Yeah, that would take too long.
But I'd love to just go over the names really quickly. Hired guns: the Andy the ADD Minotaur, Alan the Young Asthmatic Dragon. Bubba Beals? Is that Beelzebub backwards? Chris the Frady Cat Chimera. Oh boy. Let's see here. Timmy and Tommy the Vengeance Seeker Twins. Cardaxi Sisters. The Rusty Tank. Felicia the Lost Phoenix. Jesus, these names. Sir Ken the Yellow Knight. Oh my
Yellow Knight. I love that one. It was awesome.
The Glass Titan. Frank the Chronically Ill Frost Mammoth. Oh my god. The Lost Trolls. Phil the Promiscuous Tree Father. That's the best one, I think.
Yikes.
Bob the Beta Connoisseur.
I like that one too. Bob the Beta Comes.
Sounds really good.
Let's see here. Why are you not going forward? There we go. The Electric Coach. Composite Colossus. The Eye Gun. Oh god, I don't even know what any of these things do. Felton the Feldrake Millennial. And that's it. That's all of them. So basically, all these are like basically monsters or large models that have a big downside, and also like basically all have a big downside compared to how they normally are. Like a steam tank, it looks like a rattling gun, a Colossus, a Dark Coach, a Tree Father Ancient, Alpha Carnosaur. So this is just for one round. It's a little bonkers. If you guys are playing in the tournament,
Yeah, so I
Day one.
Yeah, game 3 when we're all a little tipsy.
The second most complicated scenario.
Yeah.
So anyone who's in the tournament, you should have received an email from Joel with all of this information. It's in the player pack. Start thinking about it now. Start thinking about, and then listen to us go over the list here, and you can then think about which armies you want to invest in. This is gonna be great. I don't know. I got nothing more to say than that. So let's go into the
Love
list.
the rules. Honestly, really creative. I think you guys did a great job. The rules are awesome.
I agree.
I love it.
I was definitely feeling the regular old tournament structure and scenarios fatigue, and this is spicing it up. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But let's go into the first list here. This is the Chaos Waste Energy Incorporated. Where's the Dark Gods? Let's see. We got I think I can guess who this one is. Is it this? Yeah.
The same
let's do that. Let's see if you guys can guess, and then I'll give you the answer.
So we got a
For sure
Feldrake
it has to be
Ancestor with
Gurren,
paired
right?
natural super decks, Sorcerer Veil Walker on a black steed, 20 Warriors of Greed, 8 Barb Horsemen with great weapons, 9 Chosen, 8 Chosen, the first with Greed, the second with Envy, 4 Feldrakes, 5 Warrior Knights with Lances, and 5 Warhounds. I know who this list is. This is Mr. Josh Gurren. It has to be.
Old, everyone's favorite Josh.
Ding, ding, ding.
Correct.
You've definitely seen this list before. He changed it up. I was with him when he played in Oklahoma City, and this is his changed up list. Before he had only one unit of Chosen, and that other unit of Chosen was something else. I can't remember, but it's pretty close. You know, he took out the Barb Chief on a Wasteland Behemoth and put another unit of Chosen.
Yeah. Just punches you in the face repeatedly.
It's a good old Josh Gurren punch you in the face list. And
Take
I'm not
a
gonna
helm
lie.
off, Josh. You've got 1,300 points of foot chosen.
Take it off.
And
I mean, can we really
no.
press Josh to run
I
him
mean-
on though?
You know, I'm just gonna say this: round 5 of Red River Rumble, the tournament in Oklahoma City a few weeks ago. Round 5, he was on table 1, so he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Let's see here. He is up on table 1 against Hellforged Incorporated, which is Prophet on Foot 1 Alchemy, a Torah Commissioner BSB, a Lamasu, a conjurer, apprentice on witchcraft, 23 citadel guard, 29 vassal levies with spear shield, 20 vassal levies with paired weapons and bows, 5 Torok anointed, 6 Kadim incarnates, a Titan mortar, and some vassal cav, fast cav. I think I know who this list is.
Titan mortars on a tank.
Oh, you're right. My bad. I did not notice that. It's an Infernal Engine Titan mortar.
Yeah.
I think I know who this list is, but Vespasian, who do you think it is?
I think it is.
I actually know who it is. So you gotta pass me.
Ben,
All
who
right,
is
who
it?
do you think it is?
Ben,
It's Evan from Arizona.
you think it's Evan? I was gonna
Oh,
guess.
it's 100% Evan.
I was gonna guess Alex Harrison from Davis. All right, Joel, who is it?
Aaron, you got it? You got the tiebreaker there?
It's Evan.
It's Evan.
Yeah, it's Evan.
We have insider
Evan.
trading information for this
Damn it, Evan. Insider trading, definitely, which is just as common as venture capitalists.
I'm on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
so
is
double.
pretty similar to his Masters list. He swapped out the Kadib Titan for the unit of Incarnates, and then swapped to Alchemy instead of Pyro. But he's pretty practiced with this list. Shoots good, fights good.
Yeah, double. I just are the Titan mortars gonna do enough to the Warriors? He doesn't have a whole lot of rank and flanking here.
Strength 7.
Yeah.
The
Little
3
hit
plus
on
1
things.
wounds, right?
The Rockets probably are better here, but I think he was guessing more towards an elf heavy meta, so we went with the Titan mortars. The Kademic Cartnets are pretty good here, though. They do really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, who's gonna win this? Joel, you're the first to vote.
Yeah, put me on the spot. This is a tough one, but I think it's going to be a close game. But I think I'm leaning towards Hellforged Inc. on this one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I
Vespasian.
think those mortars could shred some chosen.
Yeah, probably. Vespasian, who you got?
What about you?
Hey, I'm the host of this. You got to answer.
No, I think that Evan has got a pretty good setup here to fight Josh's list. Even if the rocket batteries would be better, the Titan mortars are better all around. So, Incarnates do work. Alchemy does work. The Hereditary does work in this matchup, actually. Yeah, I think Evan's got a good setup.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, I gotta go with my boy Evan. I love Josh, but Evan's list has some really, really good synergies, and he's got a nasty magic phase with
he
the
does.
Alchemy, the Lamassu, and the Apprentice with the Raven's Wing, which is really good for his like big hitty blocks. No one wants to take the Kadima Carnants on their flank all of a sudden, everything like that. So I'm gonna go with Evan. I think it'll be a pretty cagey game though, because Josh always seems to play kind of more conservative round one and then vamps up as soon as the alcohol gets flowing. So
yeah, my vote is for the same. I think it's a clean sweep for Evan and the Hellforged Incorporated. Josh, I'm sorry. I apologize. But I gotta vote for him. All right, moving on. Let's see here. We got table 2. This little army called the Herd of the Two Crowns. Minnow Warlord, Blessed Inscriptions, Destined Call, Two Crowns. Centaur Chieftain, BSB, Greater Totem Bearer with Wild Form and Super Decks. 2 Soothsayers, 1 an Apprentice on Shamanism, 1 Adept on Shamanism, and Apprentice on Evocation. 2 big blocks of Wild Horns with paired weapons and the Banner of the Wild Herd. 5 Minnows, 9 Centaurs, 6 Centaurs, 2x5 gargoyles, 2 beast giants with uprooted trees. Who is this?
Some nerd who can't win games.
Oh. Yeah, when I charge,
I'm still gonna pick you to win though. Don't worry.
when I charge freaking 2 giants into a unit of freaking Dread Elf spears, they're not supposed to. The giants are supposed to win. Anyway, it's my list.
Auto break.
It's my list. This is pretty close to a list I ran. Oh, looks like Joel figured out his camera. There you go.
Hey, there he is.
Cool.
How many points did you end up with that OKC?
I end up with 57, so just over average.
Okay.
But the cool thing that this is very, very close to
though.
the list I took to Red River Rumble. The interesting part about that tournament is I normally have like at least 120 and at least 1-0 in the tournament. I had neither of those two in the whole tournament. I had a 16, 15, 12, 7, and 7. So
That's
like,
good then.
yeah.
Don't have any big losses?
No big losses for me. That's a good thing. So I'm excited about this list. I still love the big blocks of Wild Horns. Still love the Middle Warlord in the Minotaurs. Centaurs are what I'm going to on the flanks. Yeah, so that's what I'm going. And then the Centaur Chieftain is a much more hitty BSB model, and I'm learning how to use him in a more aggressive fashion. But that's my list. Who am I playing is the question. Do you guys have any comments on my list? By the way, I just took it over, but do you have any comments on my list?
You made the one of them an adept, so you actually get a channel. I like that.
A whole big channel of 1.
And you get the extra shamanism spell, which I think is nice against the gun lines.
Yeah, the Chilling Howl helps out. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, who am I playing? This
You can
is.
take a missile. I mean,
Yeah, you can take a magic missile for once, can you? I don't know
Amazing.
if you know how to handle using those, but
Think about what it'll do to your face.
Gork
100%
book.
more missile.
Gork book created by Mork Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg?
Oh, that's an awesome name.
This is a Goblin Witch Doctor Master on Thaumaturgy on foot. Witch Doctor Apprentice on Witchcraft on a chariot. We got an Orc Warlord General, Feral Orc, Essence of Mithril, Omen of the Apocalypse, Potion
Hell
of
yeah.
Swiftness. It's all still on. Oh, he's still on foot.
I love that model on foot. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty beefy. Orc Chief, BSB, paired weapons, Talisman of Shielding, kind of normal. Another Orc Shaman, Feral Orc, Apprentice on Shamanism, Rod of Battle, Obsidian Rock. Then we got 45 Cave Goblins with 3 Mad Gits. We got 20 Goblins with 2 Shady Gits. We got 10 Orc Boar Riders, Feral Orc. 8 Raiders on Wolves. And then 24 Iron Orcs with Mykonox Totem. And 15 Iron Orcs with Flaming Standard, 8 Trolls, Cave Trolls, and a Scrap Wagon. First question is, who is this?
Is it Steve?
I'm guessing Steve also.
Nope. Aaron shaking his head. You know who it is, Aaron? I'd be surprised if he did. Any guesses?
Any guesses, Aaron?
You there, Aaron?
I'm not hearing Joel. Jeez. I don't know what's going on here.
So if it's not Steve, I have no idea then, because I don't know
Right.
who else plays orcs in the South Bay area.
Yeah, we'll jump to it. I didn't know he played orcs either.
Who is it? Just
I
say
was
who it is.
expecting a KOE army here, but
Who is it?
Alan Martini.
Hey,
Alan
Alan, that's cool.
Martine. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Kenyon's
think
for sure
Steve
getting
is
smashed now.
later because he's got that spider.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's got a nasty magic face. Holy crap!
Yeah, he's got a lot of magic. He's got 2 apprentices.
Good spells
2 apprentices and a master.
and the Rod of Battle.
And the Rod of Battle.
And with Skull Fetish.
And
Man.
Skull Fetish, Scepter
He's
Power.
generating a lot of
That's-
talismans or whatever.
He just got he's
Yeah,
got a lot of wounds on the board. There's 2 Iron Orc blocks. Well, one's only 15. But there's a lot of
8 trolls.
goblins and the trolls.
8 trolls will give you 8 could give you problems. Because you don't have any flaming, do you?
No, I don't.
You have lethal.
You do have lethal if you 5 dice Spectral Blades.
Yeah, that's my only answer, I think, to those units is put the Wild Horns in with Spectral Blades, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just try to flood them
that
with
orc-
wounds, yeah.
That Feral Orc is really good. I think your Mino Chieftain still smacks them around, but
So the Omen of the Apocalypse is
Who has the
additional
higher ability?
D3 attack strength and what else?
AP. So he starts out first round, he's base strength 6, so he's anywhere from 7 to 9 strength. And then 5 to 7 attacks
Interesting.
with battle focus.
And he's only got a 5-up Aegis for being a Feral Orc, right?
Yeah, he's a 2-up, 5-up.
Yeah.
With parry, if that matters.
Nah, I don't know. I think this is gonna be just what am I trying to say? Like a smackdown in the middle of the board.
Yep.
Did you take Potion of Swiftness?
I
Of course he
didn't,
didn't.
because
'Cause
it's
he's got
2
the 2
crowns.
crowns.
It's 2 crowns.
Yeah, he can't afford a potion. So
Oh man. Once again, I think that was a mistake.
All right, who you got? Joel, me, or the interloper, Alan?
So I don't. Like I said, I was surprised when he brought out Orcs and Goblins. I don't know how many games he's gotten in with them. I think coupled that with the blind deployment, I think your army is a little more mobile. So unless deployment goes well for him, I think I'm going to give it to 2 crowns.
that is true. He has a really blocky list.
Ben,
So he
what do you
could
got?
screw
What do you
himself
got?
in
What
the
do you got? What do you got?
I'm gonna go with you till you can win a tournament. I'm voting for you every single time.
That was a very underhanded compliment. Thank you.
Every time, Kenyon. I have faith in you.
Vespasian, who you got? Come on.
I think it's really, really hard to do the math because you both have so much magic that, like, when you stack the amount of buffs that both of you will have on each side, I feel like it's just going to be like a whirlwind of death in the middle of the table. It should be cool to see. I'd say it's going to be like really bloody, but yeah, I just feel like you have more hitting power. So I think I'd lean towards you,
Yes.
especially with the advanced deployment.
All right, clean sweep for me. Unfortunately, this probably guarantees me a round 1 loss. But okay, here we go. Table 3, we have Ladies' Night. I think we know who this is. Ladies' Night is a Dreadpinch General, Sealed the Republic, Shield Breaker, Mask of the War Crow, Crown of the Wizard King, Temple Exarch, Blades of Essence of Mithril, Warsmith on Alchemy. 24 Temple Militants, 22 Temple Militants, 18 Selexian Spears, 6 Warlock Acolytes, 6 Dread Knights with Lances, 2 times 10 Obsidian Guard, 8 Harpies, 5 Shadow Riders, 5 Black Cloaks, a Kraken, and a Mist Leviathan. All right, we all know who's Ladies' Night is, right? It's a good old Mr.
Good old
Mr.
Micah Pierce.
Yeah. Micah's a great player. He's been toying around with this list for a while now. I don't remember the Kraken in this list before, so he did change a little bit.
Yeah, he changed he didn't have the Dread Prince before either, so he went a little bit lighter or a more kind of toned down magic phase with only the 2 Adepts and then a couple bound spells. And the Crown of the Wizard King.
I really like those 10-man Obsidian Guard units. They're so points
For
efficient.
their price, yeah, they're ridiculous. Yeah. He does not have a BSB. Does he have a BSB? No, he doesn't have a BSB.
He doesn't have a BSB. Interesting.
There's going to be a lot of non-rerollable frenzy checks.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
And it's on 9s.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the leadership 10 guy for his job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean, he wants to be in combat. It's a push list. He doesn't have hardly
Yeah,
any shooting.
it's-
He's got 5 black cloaks and 5 dark riders. So
It's
he
a
doesn't have
Dread
any
Elf
shooting,
list to,
it's a
like,
push list.
Get into combat and win. That's how Dread Elves win, right?
He doesn't have any flaming standards though. I feel like
Yeah, he does have
with the alchemy
the
adept.
one alchemy. Yeah, so he'll get glory gold. But you're right, he's not really banking on that
Yeah,
attribute.
maybe
very
he
much.
took it more for the warsmith attribute than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. With the rending banner, I'm assuming that's where
Yeah.
that goes.
Okay. No, I mean I think Dread Elves do minimize magic really well. I feel like so. I think it's a solid list.
All right, let's see who he is up against. Is Green Motion.
Hey, there we go. This has to be Steve then, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the Witch Doctor on the Gargantula on Witchcraft. This has got to be Steve.
910
This
points.
has got to be
Holy
Steve.
crap.
General on a Wyvern. Death
There
Cheater,
you
Blessed
go.
Inscriptions.
Big wing.
Big wings.
Big
Big,
wing.
big wyvern, yeah.
Big Wing Wyvern. 48 common orcs with spear and shield. 50 cave goblins, 2 mad gits. 20 goblins, common goblins with 2 shady gits. 10 trolls. 10. 1-0.
That's so cheap for 700 points for 30 regen wounds is crazy.
7 Nasher Dashers. A Nasher Wrecking Team, a Nasher Wrecking Team, and a Great Green Idol BSB. This is...
It's an awesome list.
That's interesting. Man, he really changed it from that one day where we were at.
I'm guessing Micah wish he had more shooting to deal with the wrecking teams.
Wait,
and
wait.
the,
First of all, Joel,
bad
are we
gets.
right? This is Steve, right?
Yeah. Yep.
A Gargantula.
I mean, 24 militants is pretty good at chewing through big blocks of stuff. But even 50 with the nets can be such a tar pit to get through.
Yeah, I think this is. I think I'm leaning towards the ONG because I just don't think Ladies' Night has enough bodies.
He's really got to take care of the random moving stuff, otherwise, like one Nash Wrecking Team can just destroy his entire army.
Yeah.
Because nothing in his list can take 2d6 strength 6 hits without crippling it severely.
True. And he has no magic missile.
No magic missiles to deal with him. So he's got 10 repeater crossbow shots and 10 repeater handbow shots to deal with.
Ooh, that is a good point. Man, I would hate to vote against Micah, but I feel like I gotta. Okay. The Spacian, who you got?
I think, like, keeping the scenario in mind, I think Micah being 3 inches closer is actually pretty big because he wants to be
In combat,
yeah. Orc units, pretty much at the beginning of the game, and he does have 2 pretty mobile, low cost pieces that he can just bop onto the wrecking teams. He'll basically lose his chaff and half of his shooting, such as it is, but he'll be in combat faster. So I think I'd lean Micah in this match.
Ben?
Those monsters, I bet he wished that he had flaming banners though.
Yeah.
The trolls.
Can I say 10-10?
You can call a tie. That's
I'm
fine.
gonna go small win to Micah, but it won't be big because I think he's gonna lose a bunch of bodies.
Ooh, okay. Joel, what do you think?
What's that? 4 up?
On who?
The trolls, cave trolls. They have armor, right?
because they are the armored ones. Yeah.
And,
4 up.
and yeah, I don't see how he deals with the trolls, but I think
those
the
could fuck up.
blind deployment, the small units, and the mobility. I think I still give a small win to Micah.
You guys are all crazy. You're all crazy. This is Steve's
If this was
game
hold the
to have.
center, I for sure would go Steve, but
This is
because
Steve.
it's what is the spoils?
3 spoils.
Yeah, so I mean, Steve only has the 3 scoring units, which means he has to dedicate a couple of them to actually sitting on the objective.
Yeah.
All right,
Although he
Steve.
can redeploy those monsters pretty effectively.
And
Yeah.
he's got witchcraft on the big. He's gonna
That's
be
true.
He's gonna be moving around real quick.
Glamour is a huge one in this, I think.
All right,
Wheel turns is really big too.
I'm investing in you, Steve. You hear me? I'm investing in you.
Oh, you're investing in him.
Oh.
One of your 3. Look at you.
This is one of your 3.
I'll admit one of my 3. I'm
You heard it
choosing
here
this.
first.
Nice. Nice.
All
The
right.
first meme skin. Silicon Hammer.
Table 4, we've got Great Ma Mega Biters and Data Smashing Solutions Incorporated. That's a great name. Ogre Cons. We got a
Longest
Shaman. It's the longest name. Shaman Wizard
Supposed to
Master
be
on
3 words.
Shamanism. Ritual Bloodletter Liger's Tongue. Great Con General with Destiny's Call and Kagadai's Legacy. Con BSB with Ogre Pistols, Viper's Curse. 10 Tribesmen with Iron Fist, 2x3 Tribesmen Sticks, a Bruiser Stick, 6 Merc Vets with Poison Attacks, Accurate Ogre Pistols, 4 Tusker Cab with Great Weapons, 1 Kin Eater. Kin Eaters are so annoying. 1 Tiger, and a good old Frost Mammoth. Question 1, who is this?
This is Math CD from Switzerland.
Damn.
Like virtually copied. Oh, sorry. I mean, you mean at this tournament.
Is it John Lehman?
John Lehman? Yeah. Is that right,
That's
Joel?
my guess.
Oh, it's
No,
not.
it's
John
not.
Lehman. Interesting.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Kenyon, you'd be the closest one to knowing.
Oh, it's
Is it the other South Bay
Luke
guy?
Elder.
No,
Luke Elder.
no pun intended. Yeah, Luke Elder.
Luke Elder,
Elder.
the
Luke Elder,
one,
cool.
the one only other City of San Francisco 9th Age player besides myself. Luke, I am so very excited you took the Frost Mammoth. I've been telling him to take the Frost Mammoth since day 1, and he did it. I think this is a very solid list. He's got the 3 sticks. He's got a big Tribesman block, a Merc Vet block, and some Tusker Cav. And the Frost Mammoth backed them all up. I think this is a solid list. Solid list.
I like that he spent extra on some of the character builds, like Cult Leader, 18-inch BSB that can hide in a unit is amazing. Liger's Tongue is great. Yeah, and Cagdai's Legacy. I think it's a solid build. He's got a legitimate Death Star, a solid shooting output. Tusker Cavalry. I mean, that unit can do like 30 wounds in a turn.
Yeah, it
It's
can.
crazy. With the banner, also great.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, I
nothing
think
bad to
it's
say about
solid
this
list.
list. I got nothing bad to say about this list.
His
Okay,
opponent's in trouble.
who is he playing? Let's see here. Oh gosh, this is a long list. The Spire Forge clan, Dwarven Holds. We've got a general on shield bears with all the junk. He's hitty. We got a Dragon Seeker, Rune of Smashing, Rune of Quickening, Rune of Precision, Monster Seeker. We got a Thane.
It's not all the junk. It doesn't. He doesn't have the strength 10 D3 wounds king. It's like a tankier build, right?
You get Rune of Steel, Resistance, and Iron. Yeah, you're right.
Don't make everybody read the book.
Oh god.
It's 1-up rerollable, and you have to reroll to wound him.
Yeah, so he's defensive. We got a Thane BSB with the double Rune of Lightning, as always, and a Rune of Returning, and the Holdstone. 29 Clan
Lord.
Warriors, Spear Shields. 10 Clan Warriors with 10 Handgunners, 10 Crossbowmen, 10 Crossbowmen. 22 Kingsguard, 10 Seekers with the vanguarding version of them, or the skirmish version of them, 2 Steam Copters, and then, whoo, Catapult, Ballista, Ballista, Ballista. I feel like I know which list this is, because I think I saw it early. But Vespasian, who is this?
It's somebody that I thought I knew. And didn't think would take this path into the deep tunnels underneath the mountains. But
The dark side.
I think it's Ben. Unbelievable.
It is me.
He did it. It's submitted.
How dare you?
I did turn to the dark side.
Can't take it back.
How dare you? I can't believe you did this. You're a bad, bad man.
I know.
Just sucking the joy out of the game, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a job.
Here to just ruin people's hobby one game at a time.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a arms list. I mean, that Dragon Seeker just shits out damage. Like, I played a game the other day and he did 28 wounds to Rat Ogres in 2 rounds of combat.
Phew.
It's just a big brick of warriors with the spear and shield, which I have been liking. King's Guard for a heavy hitting, stubborn unit. Forge Wardens, which I've actually really liked. No one ever takes them, but I'm trying them out because it seems like a steal for 17 of them for under 300 points.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Forge Wardens in an army.
Yeah,
They're pretty cool, actually. And that's cheap. I mean, 470 points for 22 King's Guard is... How much cheaper did this list get?
I mean, it's got to be 300-400 points cheaper
Unbelievable.
with everything.
Yeah, I think it hits like a truck.
Yeah,
And it has an amazing shooting phase.
yeah. The Runecrafted ballistas are cool because they get the scouting ability, so I don't deploy them. And I just drop them straight across from whatever I want to shoot 3 ballistas at. They're accurate, so they're pretty much always hitting on 4s. The Dwarf Catapult is arguably the best war machine in the game. But yeah, I mean, I've played 3 games with it, so we'll see how it goes. But and
So
yeah,
how many-
Shamanism Ogre Death Star is not what I wanted to see game 1 necessarily, but we'll try. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so Joel, who you got in this matchup?
I've played versions of this list before. Those Merc vets are nasty. But man, you got so much shooting and so much multi-wound shooting. I think I gotta give it to the Dirty Dwarves.
Yeah. Boo. Vespasian, what do you got?
I mean, I think that dwarf lists don't have bad matchups, right? Like that's the thing. They just, the problem is going to be that this guy's win condition on the other side of the table is to like run at him, and then he's going to get shredded by that Dragon Seeker and all that shooting. So I think it's tough, especially because the list. Maybe the scenario makes a difference, because I do think that like dwarves are slow, and if Ben gets out deployed because he can't see where his opponent is putting stuff, that like that big brick could take a long time to earn its points. Maybe not.
Yep.
Terrain is a big deal. All that shooting, like it really depends. I don't know if we're using a bunch of Alex's terrain that's like can be seen from space, right? And that could hurt a shooting list. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I do agree that this is like probably one of the lists that Ben least wanted to see, because Shaman Master sucks.
Yeah, but I would
You
also
don't have anything anti-magic.
I would also say that this is one of the top lists that that Luke didn't want to see.
Also true.
Plus, I have the Thor guy with the lightning throwing weapon, so that's all you really need in a dwarf list.
Yeah, I hate to admit it. I think Luke's list is great, but man, I gotta go with you.
Appreciate it. We'll see.
All right, so we got
Very yellow.
a Clean sweep for Ben. Ugh, God, I hate myself. I feel dirty. Table 5. We've got triple double unicorn burger, which is VC. We got a vampire count Nosferatu on a colossal zombie dragon, master on
Big
occultism,
boy.
necromantic staff, obsidian rock. That is a big boy. That is a 1,155 points. Oh boy.
A lot of beef.
We got a vampire courtier who's the general, Nosferatu on foot. It looks like Destiny's Call, Great Whip, Crown of Autocracy. Master on evocation. 35 ghouls, 30 skeletons, 2x8 dire wolves, 2 bat swarms, 15 barrel guard, 10 wraiths, and then 2x5 vampire knights.
I like this list a lot.
Yeah.
This,
Who is this? Who is
James? Is this James?
I'd
I don't
say
know his
James,
last name.
or doesn't Derek have a VC list? Or am I just
This is
losing?
not Derek.
Derek does have
far
one, but I don't
too
think
few
this is
barrel
Derek.
guard. for
Yeah, it
Derek
says
working.
it's about 65 barrel guard, 2 less for a Derek VC list.
All right.
Likes his big blocks.
I think it's James.
Is it James? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's James.
Ooh. Man, this army hits like a truck.
Yeah.
The
10
ghoul-
vampire knights, 10 wraiths, a huge unit of ghouls, and triple snipe to back it up.
Yeah.
It's a nasty magic face.
Yeah. Double master.
bad.
You don't see double master very often anymore.
No.
The zombie dragon doesn't really want to fight. So I
No.
think he'll play it very similar to
Wow.
how Henry plays his vampire
Yeah.
on the dragon. It's just 1,155 points you won't ever kill because it's too many wounds to get through that he can heal back.
Yeah. I think that's not 100% true. I think that we've already seen at least one list that can kill that thing from range, right?
True.
Definitely.
I wouldn't have a problem playing him, no. But
Just bolt thrower, ballista, 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 ballista.
10 vampire knights is a lot of beef. You never see
Yeah.
that many.
That's a lot. And those vampire knights are hard to take off the board. They're hard to shift for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, he is up against Jungle Beef Co. Soaring Ancients. We got an Alpha Carnosaur.
Wait, Kenyon, before you get into this, I just want to tell you, I told you to take a list like this so long ago, Kenyon, and you never would do it. And now somebody else has beaten you to it.
Okay.
Soulfire Slam, Kenyon.
Oh
Soulfire
my God, a
Oh,
Soulfire
man.
Weaver. I'm stoked for this. I'm stoked for this. So Alpha Carnosaur with Super Deck, Starfall Shard, Obsidian Rock, Quaddle, General, Evocation, BSB, Ancient Plaque, Talisman of the Void, Soulfire Weaver, Grass of the Immortal. That is that's a big bad
Best
squad
caster
right
in the
there.
game.
Wow. 29 Saurus with Crocodile, 15 Saurus with Crocodile, 5 Raptor Riders, 5 Raptor Riders, 3 Pterodons with Fire Bolas. You never see that. 5 Chameleons, Taurosaur with Engine of the Ancients, a Thyroscutus Sun Engine, and a Thyroscutus Altar of the Snake God. Okay, I think I know who this is. It's gotta be. Is
what's his
it
name?
Darrell?
No.
Is he
It's,
sure? It's not Darrell. Oh.
No, it's Rick, right?
It's Rick.
Levin?
Oh, Rick.
Yep.
Rick, bring in the heat. This is a departure from his normal list. Normal list, it's like full on combat, blow things up, and he put in this Quaddle, which is interesting.
This Quaddle has an amazing magic phase. With
I
Grasp of
think
the,
hands
Grasp
down
of the
it's the
Immortal
best
and
caster in the
Ancient
game.
Plaque.
It lets you reroll one
Yeah,
dice.
he
Yeah,
channeled.
reroll a dice.
Phase.
He channels 3. He can reroll 1 dice per magic phase.
And he's +2 to cast.
He's +2 to
And
cast
+10 to
and
cast.
-1.
And
And
-1 if he
-1
does
from the engine
floor
if
store
he
thing,
uses
yeah.
that.
Yeah. With the in conjunction with the engine, and he's gonna do.
He does the pulse thing, right?
He's gonna do the
With
splash damage with the Soulfire Weaver. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I still feel like this is I don't know. He's up against VC. I still
I don't think it's a great matchup.
I think the Soulfire Weaver is just like not a good matchup. There's too many not good matchups for the Soulfire Weaver.
Yeah, snipes against VC always seems not as good because you do a wound or 2 and then they just heal it back.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Alpha Carnosaur, if he gets in, he'll tear up anything in this list.
Yeah, he has to protect that dragon from the Alpha Carnosaur and just run away from it. That's what he has to do.
Blocks. I think this is gonna be a pretty cagey game.
Yeah. I think this is going to be about the VC trying to snipe off, points in the Thyroscutuses and the Torosaurs and the Carnosaur, and the Saurians are going to be trying to do something similar and like win with their like hittier, smaller units on the flanks potentially.
Yeah.
All right.
Crocodile Warriors is a great match for Google.
Vespasian, what do you got?
I think it's going to be like a draw, like a 10-10. Now I think I'm gonna give it to Rick, and I think the reason why is that he can that crocodile brick can, I think, go through pretty much anything in this army.
The
Yeah.
grade 29
Which
crocodile
means
wars
that
with
that's kind of
spears.
just like a
Yeah, especially with Evo to back him up with the reroll to hit and or spectral blades.
Yeah.
It becomes pretty nasty.
yeah
I wish he had a magic banner on them though. Something.
yeah
Give him
agree.
triple march or rending or flaming or something.
Something
But
Ben, who you got?
I'm gonna go 10-10. I think but Rick will win the objective. If Rick can stay focused on winning the objective. With his Raptor Riders are good objective takers for spoils.
yeah.
Joel, who you got in this?
I'm gonna lean towards Jungle Beef. I think the Carnosaur and the Crocodile Brick are, you said, too much for anything in the vampires.
That crocodile brick is gross.
But he doesn't he have the ghouls? If the ghouls go into the sort
You don't have any AP
the
is
alpha
the problem.
Yeah, true.
Oh, the alpha. Yeah. he doesn't want
That's a bad fight. If
the crocodiles will go.
Yeah, crocodiles will munch the
With the
ghouls.
3-up
The
armor
3-up
save.
armor.
All right, I have.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
Alpha
going for
tank.
Rick. I'm going for Rick also, and I think it's going to be a big win. I think he's going to sneak in that Alpha Carnosaur somewhere.
Wait, did Ben say? Ben said
Yeah,
it?
I
Yeah.
have 10-10.
Yeah.
James winning on points, but Rick winning objective.
I think since the Alpha Carnosaur gets that +2 to charge and he flyers, and that dragon's a flyer. He's gonna sneak in a long charge. He's gonna sneak in a long charge, and then it's gonna blow up. I think. So, Rick, do me
Don't
well.
let that happen, James. Make more of a game of it than that.
Okay. Let's go on the table 6 here. Table 6. We got Sunatek, Empire Sonstal. We got Master on Alchemy. We got General Death Warrant. BSB Black Steel and Mantle of Ulor. A Prelate just with Willow's Ward plate armor on foot. A Prelate heavy armor on foot. 48 spears with Household Standard. 2 × 20, 1 crossbow, 1 handguns. 15 militia. 35 Imperial Guard with great weapons. An Arcane Engine Foresight. 5 readers, a cannon, and a steam tank. I mean, this has to be Derek, right?
Looks like a Derek list.
I think Derek is bringing the beasts later. I think this
What?
is somebody else.
What?
Yeah, it does look similar to Derek list, but it's not Derek.
Damn, I'm like 0 for 5 on choosing lists, man. Okay.
All right, you'll get there eventually.
Who is it?
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is Daniel Knox. He's kind of one of the newer guys in our area.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know Daniel.
Who's that? I don't know if you guys, yeah,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah, I know Daniel. This is a good list, but
Imperial
it's
Guard unit.
yeah, it's a beefy rank and flank list, but there's almost no movement. There's no ability to react to the army, so it scares me a little bit. But you got 2 cannons, you got plenty of shooting, you got chaff. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's pretty immovable block, but I mean 35 Imperial Guard with the lightning reflex. Is that the lightning reflex wagon? Yeah, foresight, right?
Yeah, that'll give.
Assuming the prelate and the death warrant guy go in there and everything like that. No one wants to fight that.
No.
I'll throw some.
I mean, it shoots fine. Alchemy's good.
I mean,
He's
if
gonna win.
he uses it, like, he can move up and grab, like, a central spoil, for example, and kind of, like, project a lot of force and prevent people from moving in.
All right, let's move
Flank
it
reflex
along.
is useless. Useless
What?
against elves, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I said late. Unfortunately.
Which we got There Be Dragons. We got a Highborn Prince General on an Ancient Dragon, Nova Lance Flare, Crown of the Wizard King, Queen's Cavalier, Mage on a Young Dragon, Master on Cosmology. We got a Commander on a Griffin with Star Metal Alloy, Longbow, BSB, Super Dex, Fleet Officer, 25 Sea Guard, 10 Highborn Lancers, 5 Reavers, 2 Lion Chariots, a Great Eagle, and 2 × 10 Queen's Guard. Who is this? I have no
Big
clue
boy.
who this is.
This is PJ from Arizona, or his name's John. He's friends with Brandon and Evan and Tim and all them. I used to play back in the day a lot. Just getting back into 9th, but he's been doing good.
This is an
He's
interesting
playing a
list.
lot.
Yeah, he is playing a lot. He's playing a lot of games a week, so he's getting better. I like his list too. It's a gun line basically with a lot of counter punch.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty amazing that he fits in the Ancient Dragon, the Mage on a Young Dragon, and a Griffin Commander.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a lot, but
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
what do you?
it sucks that he ran up against 2 cannons in one, but
Yeah, that
Yeah.
does suck.
I think if he can counter battery the main cannon, like the non-steam tank one, kill that with the Queen's Guard, he's in decent shape. He doesn't have anything that can fight that Imperial Guard brick, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think he loses the shooting battle actually against all the readers and the light infantry and the state militia. Right, so I think he's actually outshot in aggregate.
Yeah.
And out.
Cosmo's decent here with Unity against that big halberd block. Ice and Fire does decent against them. He doesn't have a great answer for the steam tank outside of the AD.
Yeah.
I think this steam tank will give him the most issues.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he'll get wet.
All right, well, my vote's for Daniel. Ben, who you got?
Go PJ, because he's an Arizona guy. He's gonna somehow figure it out.
Joel, what do you got?
He doesn't blow up his own cannons.
Oh, you're rooting for Daniel. Okay. All right,
Cannons,
Vespasian.
that's-
I gotta vote for the dragon list. Are you kidding me? This is this is
This is the list that Vespasian wishes he took.
exactly right.
All right. Don't look at a gift ancient dragon in the mouth.
He's gonna get alchemy on the ancient dragon and get Quicksilver Lash and just kill that steam tank in 2 turns.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. We got table 7. This is the Ringer. I think we know who the Ringer is because it's the Cultists, and I only know one person who plays Cultists, and that is Joel on the call right now. Anything you want to say about the Ringer list, or are there any benefits to playing the Ringer in this tournament?
Typical, it'll be, you can't do worse than 10. I don't think I've ever gotten better than 10 with this list anyway, so it shouldn't be that difficult. I did change it up a little bit because I just finished painting a new Blazing Glory model.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes sense or is worth the points, but I wanted to get it out there.
Fair enough. Blazing Glories are always good, so I approve of that change. We're not going to go through this list because it's the Ringer and it's also Cultists, and none of us know what anything means. But if you're interested, it's on the screen right now. But we got Vicarious Death Machine, Beast Herds. We got the Minotaur Warlord.
Hey, look at that.
Destiny's
Very
Call,
unique
Blessed
Minotaur Warlord
Inscriptions,
build.
Obsidian Rock, Crown of Horns. We got a Minnow Chieftain BSB, Greater Totem Bear, with Agor's Affliction and Beast Axe. Centaur Chieftain with Beast Axe, Fatal Folly, which is interesting choice on a Centaur Chieftain. That's interesting. 3 Raiding Chariots, 35 Mongrel Herd. It's a big block of mongrels. 6 Minotaurs with Blackwing Totem. 2x3 Great Weapon Minnow Sticks with Champions. Razor Tusk Chariot, 5 Gargoyles, 2 Cyclopses.
Has to be
Is it Sean?
what's his name? The one Mooney brother, who plays beasts, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be Sean, right?
Bringing the heavy metal chariots back.
Yeah, it's Sean. Sean mixed up his list here. I feel like he loves his raiding chariots, so I understand that. But normally, he went again. No magic, right? Except for the totem bears.
Except for Greater Totem.
And I'm happy that he made that change. I think the version that had no magic was just strictly worse, right?
But no, I think
for what,
It's such a
80
cheap, effective phase.
I think this is worse than the no magic list. Just a greater totem bearer.
Really?
Because you don't have enough bounce spells to fill up an entire magic phase. So
Got what,
you're not ever
4
gonna get
5?
what you want off. You're never gonna get what you want off.
That's true.
That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. But
Hot take from Swamp Swimmer here.
Damn.
so
Basically
sorry,
saying-
Sean, my bad.
Your list is trash, basically, apparently. Swamp Swimmer. If you're a Swamp Swimmer, you don't know how to write a Beast Herds list.
Damn. Okay.
I think it's cool.
I'm really
Swamp
excited to
Swimmer, on the other
see how this Centaur Chieftain with Fatal Folly goes. He doesn't have a unit of centaurs to put him in, so I don't know where he's gonna be.
Run around, he's cowboy.
All right.
He's a 1-up, right? 2-up?
He's a
Heavy armor.
3-up, 2-up. He's a 2-up.
2-up.
I mean, that's not
So
too
he's just
bad.
like a little cowboy to like pin stuff. And
I mean, he is toughness 5,
Yeah.
2-up. That's not bad at all.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Decent.
All right, let's see what he is up against.
He was up against
Oh no,
the-
he's in the ringer. He's up to the ringer. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that he's gonna score a minimum of 10, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna
My bold-
throw
that's my
out the
bold
hot
prediction.
take. Sean's gonna win this game. Hot take.
Yep.
Man.
Having absolutely no idea about
Yeah.
the matchup, I agree.
He went from saying his list is worse to saying he's going to win. That's a bold prediction there.
Okay, the real question is who's taking home best beastards?
Ooh, well, we have a couple more.
We're not
beastards
done.
to go across.
There's
There's a couple more Minotaur warlords who's got their hat to throw in the ring.
The most popular army.
Go
Three,
figure.
right?
Book number
is it the most
16 on the tier list.
Yes. Yep.
Look at
All
you
right.
guys breaking
Table
the rules.
Everybody dying to
8.
take
Oh,
it.
look at here. Another beastards list. Let's see the similars.
No, there's-
We got a Soothsayer Mastamon Shamanism, Seed of the Dark Forest, Ancestral Carvings, Destined to Call on foot. We got a Soothsayer Apprentice on Evocation, Potion of Strength, a Beastlord General, Throne Weapons, Light Armor, Crown. He's doing 2 crowns, but a Beastlord
crowns.
version on foot. He's got a Beast Chieftain BSB on foot also with Wild Form and Aether Icon. And he's whoever this is copying me the double Wildhorn brick in the core, then a big block of Longhorns with Banner Discipline, 7 Centaurs, 2x3 Minnow Sticks, 6 Gargoyles, a Scout, a Jabberwock, and a Giant with Uprooted Tree.
And can you make a beastherd list without a Minotaur warlord? I didn't think that was legal nowadays.
I'm excited to see how this list is. I really am. I love the double block of Wildhorns, and then he's adding in the Longhorn block.
3 beefy blocks.
Yeah. He's still got the Jabberwock. He's still got a Giant running around. He's still got the 2 Minnow Sticks and a block of Centaurs with Lances.
God. Characters are cheap too. Outside the Wizard Master, like a 380 point general. BSB pretty cheap.
I'm surprised he didn't take the Trickster's Cunning on the Master though. With Shamanism,
With
it's
the
like an auto
shamanism.
include,
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's invested in like protecting them and making them hitty. He's got 10 spells.
Yeah.
It's this.
Yeah, really.
Goddamn.
A lot.
Spoiled for choice, I guess. It's 10 spells. That's wild.
Wait. By the way, who is this? Is this Derek?
This is Derek. Yeah.
Okay.
Running
Derek.
the no Minotaur warlord beastards. Good for
I
you,
feel
Derek.
like, yeah, Derek, I feel like you read
Yeah,
my
I'm
mind.
reading
No, he does have Minotaurs. He does have the 2x3 Minotaur sticks.
No Minotaur warlord though.
No
Or
Minnow
chieftain.
Warlord. This is a really interesting list. I'm excited to see how this does.
I want him to do well just because he didn't take a Minotaur Warlord.
Yeah. He's got to average it out so that the points don't keep going up on it.
True. Let's see what he is up against. We've got Flamer on Unlimited, Infernal Doors. We got Overlord General, Blessed Inscriptions, and Onyx Core. He's a Turok Ritual. He's a Turok guy. He's got a Prophet of Lugar, Prophet of Lugar, 1 on a Chariot, 1 Adept on Occultism, and the 1 on the Chariot is an Adept on Pyromancy. 35 Vassal Levs with Spear Shield, 20 Vassal Lev with Pair Weapon Bow, 20 Vassal Lev with Paired Weapon, 20 Vassal Lev with Paired Weapon Bow, 20 Shackled Slaves, 6 Kadim Incarnates, 20 Disciples of Lugar, 5 Turok Enforcers, and an Infernal Edge and Titan Mortar. I mean, this has got to
Come
be
on,
Alex.
bodies.
This has got to be Alex
This
Harrison.
has to be Alex. With all the vassals, it has to be.
He loves the Vassals. He loves the Disciples of Lugar. He showed me what's up with Disciples of Lugar and just pounced on my Minotaurs.
Or ritual guys, though. He hasn't had that guy before.
Yeah, that's new. That is very new. Blessed
He's running him
Inscriptions,
and the-
Onyx Core.
I mean, that guy's got. He's very offensive. Holy crap! He's got 2 good weapon choices to choose from between the Blessed Inscriptions and the Onyx Core.
The only place he can ride around is in the Enforcers.
5
Yeah.
in Torok Enforcers. Yeah, the only scary part. is he can immediately be shot at by Ken.
Does he have
So Alex has a lot of shooting, and Derek has all combat.
Yeah. This is. I think Alex might have a hard time chewing through that many bodies, though.
Oh, and I received a comment. I recently did my battle report where I played Alex, where he had a similar list to this. Alex, if you're on the chat, listen up. You can't pop both Relentless Company banners in the same turn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I don't think you knew that, and you used it against me, so shame on you. But in the tournament, make sure not to do that.
Changing your sports score retroactively.
Yeah, I'm marking you down.
Zero sports.
But
which means I actually got a place.
I really think the B-Surds can munch through all these guys. I think they can. So my vote is for Derek.
Yeah. I just don't see how Alex kills 110 toughness 4 B-Surd dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I think he can deal with one of the blocks, maybe 2, but 3 of them is insane. Plus, the Longhorns are going to be stubborn, so you have to kill all 30 of them.
I think the one block that will really be able to smack those units is the Disciples of Lugar with both prophets. No, the one's on a chariot, so just one prophet. I don't know.
Chariot. He does have the ring, so he makes them flammable, but they're great weapons, so they're strength 6, so they don't need the reroll as much.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem, is they're on great weapons, so he's going to lose a bunch before he gets to go against any of these blocks.
Yeah, I think they're better with paired weapons.
Yeah. But banner speed makes them quick.
Yeah.
For a dwarf.
Okay, Joel, who's going to win this?
I gotta go with Derek. He actually smashed me with this list last weekend.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
Go B-Surds.
You got a real-time update, right?
Vespasian.
Yeah.
I think the scenario, plays a big part in this, right? He's 3 inches closer. Yeah. I also think shamanism is tough for this, for Alex's list. Yeah, I guess I will give it to Derek. I think the stubborn Longhorn was just too good.
Yeah, I'm going clean sweep here. I gotta go with Derek also.
Derek, go B-Surds, go.
The soothsayer with the potion of strength's gonna kill somebody.
Just chug that potion of strength and smack someone.
Just gonna bop somebody, yeah. 2 4-worms.
All right, moving on to table 9, we got chip shortage architects, ogre cons. We got, let's see, Master on Thaumaturgy, Rod of Battle, a con general with Destiny's Call and Kagadai's Legacy, con BSB, ogre pistols, 9 tridesmen with Iron Fists and Pen of the Great Grass Sky, 3x3 bruisers, 6 Merc Vets, 4 Tusker, Scratapult, Frost Mammoth. This is very, very, very close to Luke's list that we saw earlier.
Yeah, he dropped some character kit to get the Scratapults.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
But who is this?
Different.
Who is this?
This has to be John then, right? If it wasn't the other guy.
John Lehman? Yeah, it's gotta be John Lehman.
It's not the ogre list, yeah.
Alright. John Lehman it is. Those Scratapults are nasty,
plate armor on the... Yeah, Scratapults are good. The plate armor on the Merc Vets I think I'd call, because they're way more resilient to shooting then, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
He can play back if he needs to with the 2 Scratapults.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good list. I like this list.
His Death Star isn't as scary because he didn't have Liger's Tongue, but I mean...
Yeah, true. But,
and he doesn't have Cult Leader. So
he doesn't have Cult Leader for the...
He takes up a lot of space, and then he'll have to play, like, a bit wide, and that could be risky. I think that he probably his primary style is going to be defensive. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing for objective, but it can go on the offensive. I mean, that Merkvet unit with the Frost Mammoth is. I mean, I think it does it has 30 attacks, poison.
30 strength 5
It's
poison,
brutal. It's brutal. Let's see who he's facing. The Ecstasy of Dhaka with Dread Elves. Isn't this supposed to be a ONG list with the name Ecstasy of Dhaka? Or is that just a 40k thing? Dhaka.
40k. Lots of shooting.
We got a Warlock Outcast on a Manticore, Master on Evocation, Hero's Heart, Essence of Mithril, Talisman of Shielding, Obsidian Rock, Dreadpitch General on a Horse, Dustforged Lance with Transcendence, a Selexian Officer, BSB, Karkin Tide, Alchemist Alloy, Seal of the Ninth Fleet, 24 auxiliaries, 6 Shadow Riders, 25 Obsidian Guard, 8 Warlock Acolytes, 3 Gorgons, man I hate those Gorgons, and 2 Repeater Batteries. Who is this?
Mr. James Root.
James
From
Root.
Vancouver.
Wait,
This is
my
when
master's
March to War.
list.
Winner of March to War.
This is
Yeah.
news to me. I didn't realize James was coming down. I thought it was going to be all U.S. people.
Yeah, no, he's coming down.
Go James! Come on, Canada! Bring it on! I love it.
Yeah, he
Great.
kicked my ass with this list. Round 5 of March to War. It's a
This
gross
is
list.
He's a good player, isn't he? I've never played him.
Yeah, he's a good player. The list is good. It shoots a lot. It fights really, really well also. He made some changes which I think made it better. It's
Focus on the Obsidian Guard.
Yeah, that Obsidian Guard unit can fight anything in the game and
Yeah.
win fairly easily with the battle focus and everything like that. The Rending Banner now too, so they get the AP3.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
A good
That's
list.
fine. All right, so he's up against the Ogre list, John's Ogre list. Scratapults might be scary against
But
these
double
guys.
Scratapult, double
Yeah.
Scratapult and Thom can fuck
Can
up
really,
some T3 elves.
yeah, it can change the game if he hits with those Scratapults pretty steadily.
Yeah, a couple Scratapult hits in that Obsidian Guard unit is whittled down enough to where he doesn't have the bodies.
Even the Merkvets.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they can kill 8 a turn, right? And that Obsidian Guard unit starts looking a lot less scary when there's 12 of them left.
This is a
Yeah.
hard choice for me.
Yeah, the Medusas obviously are the best unit in the game, so he's got to deal with those early on.
Yep.
God damn Dread Elves.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good. The Dread Elf list is solid. Doesn't really have any weaknesses.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going for John. John, don't let me down. John, you can do this. You can do this. All you gotta do is hit with your Scratapults. Don't misfire.
Drop
And just
drop
take them
comments
off the
on
board.
That's all you
Come
gotta
on,
do.
John.
Easy.
It's simple. It's simple. Just roll 6s.
He does have the bound Chilling Howl on the Frost Mammoth, which is nice against
Oh,
those
that helps.
auxiliaries.
That does help, yeah.
Because then he's wounding ogres on 6s, which makes the shooting way less scary.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You gotta save the
Basically,
dice
he
for
basically four
Yeah, you
dice,
save the dice
four
for
dice
Comet,
comet, 4 dice comet, and then bound spell, Chilling Howl.
Yeah, Hand of Heaven and Destiny's or Smite or whatever else he needs.
Okay, Ben, what do you
But
got?
I'm still going with James. I'm still going with James.
Boo.
So, he went 5-0
Yeah,
with this.
I gotta go with James.
So,
Joel, what do you got?
First team. Lean towards James.
Hold on, you're breaking up. Say it again.
I'm gonna lean towards James. So I think it's whoever gets the first turn is gonna win this one.
Ah,
that's
fair
true.
enough. Come on. Come on, John. Don't let me down. Okay.
Split decision.
Table 10. is Legion of Their Ever Dying Sun, Undying Dynasties. I love to see some Undying Dynasties out there. Hierarch, Arc of the Ages, Master in Cosmology, Sacred Hourglass, Hierophant, Soul Conduit, Pharaoh, General, Destiny's Call, Great Weapon Godslayer on foot with Death Mask, Tomb Harbinger, BSB, Book of the Dead, and Essence of Mithril, a Casket, 36 skeletons with spears and Banner of Speed, 20 skeletons with spears, Banner of the Entombed, 10 Cav, Banner of the Entombed, 5 skeleton scouts, 10 skeleton archers, 6 Shopti with halberds, 6 scarab swarms. I love the scarab swarms. 2 catapults and a battle sphinx. Who is this? Normally I'd say this is John, but we already went over John's list, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's another visitor from a faraway land.
Uh-oh. Joel, who is this? Who is this?
Anton?
Who? What?
Anton Goldman? He's from LA, right?
Okay, we got some LA players. I was under the impression this was going to be like an all Northern California tournament, and there's like players from everywhere. I'm stoked about that, but I didn't see it coming. What do we think about this list?
I didn't realize you could take a 710-point mage for Undying Dynasties.
I mean, he's an amazing caster.
Yeah, the Sacred Hourglass and the Soul Conduit and the Arc Ages for the boosted range. And he's got the Godslayer guy, so what else do you have to do?
And Casket.
Does the Pharaoh go
pretty
into
nasty.
the 36 skeletons? And the
Yeah.
Harbinger does also, so they're +2
get
offensive,
the Undying Will
defensive,
thing,
and
yeah.
their battle focus. Their battle focus, right? With the
Yeah.
Tomb Harbinger.
Yeah, they.
And your opponent's offensive is reduced by 2.
Yeah,
Oh, from the
Death
death
Star,
mask.
for
From the
sure.
death mask.
yeah.
Ooh.
And he
Ooh.
somehow fit in double catapult and the Sphinx too, so it's a pretty well-rounded list.
Yeah.
I like it. I like this list. And that unit of
Yeah.
6 shop
Yeah, I
teams,
like
it's no joke.
No joke either.
And he's got the 2 Banner of the Entombed units, the Scarab Swarm, the Battle Sphinx are all like pretty flexible and fast moving, right? And I think, I don't know. I think it has potential.
Yeah, I agree. This is a no joke list.
Who's the chump that he's playing?
He is playing inorganic growth strategy. Demon Legions. Who is this? We got a Sentinel of Nakuja, General, Strixie Spirit, Thaumaturgy, Chitna Scale, Segment and Shell. Is that that's a master, right? On Thaumaturgy?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the flying.
Yeah.
Sentinel.
It has to be a master.
Oh, sorry.
Courtesan, Adept on Witchcraft, Iron Husk, Darkhide, Chitness Scales. Darkhide is he can redeploy him.
Yeah, Scout.
25 Succubi, Chilling Yawn. Well, 11 Imps mark the Eternal Champion, 10 Imps mark the Eternal Champion, 3 Hoarders Mirrored Scales, 3 Hoarders Mirrored Scales, a Blazing Gory, 2 Threshing Engines, and 5 Sirens. Who is this?
I don't know. It's gonna be a gorgeous army, though. That's all I know.
Her. Look at my
There you
camera.
go.
It's that guy.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so this is Vespasian's list, right? Models
Yeah.
painted by Ben.
Yes.
So it's a dual effort here. Vespasian, take us through your list. Where's the key matchup you're looking at?
So it's I have no idea how this list works. Basically, it's just like random demon nonsense. It's got an amazing magic phase. I think one of the best casters in the game. And it's got a lot of fast moving stuff and a ton of range damage. And a lot of long charge ranges and movement, lateral movement. Doesn't care about discipline, and it is, I don't know. I think it has some potential, but I constantly forget all the rules. It's such a complicated army to play.
Yeah.
Like, so you get to pick the magic card at the beginning of the turn instead of the beginning of the magic phase because of the Sentinels rule. So you have to remember that. And then you've got to remember the greater dominion that you have to hand out from the Sentinel. Anyways, there's a lot of rules to remember. I'm bound to forget like 50% of the rules. So
Good part is the book handicaps you enough to where you can forget 50% of your rules and still win.
that's right.
Good old demons.
But
Good
the
old
cool
demons.
thing, the thing that I'm most excited about is that this is a army that I've been wanting to do for a long time and just didn't have the talent or time to do it. And Ben agreed to partner with me on it, and I think it's a really neat concept. It's a Greek mythology themed army where all the infantry are Spartans and the characters are the Greek gods. So the Sentinel is Zeus and the courtesan is Hades, and anyways, it's kind of model sourced from all over, so it's the true model agnostic philosophy. And Ben did a absolutely stunning job converting and painting them. So really, I'm excited to get it on the table. So
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. How do you think you're gonna do against this UD list?
I think I'm gonna lose for sure. I don't know. It's tough. He has a lot of tricks. The Godslayer Pharaoh is an absolute no go for me because he auto murders any model in my army. And 6 Shopti, I mean, that unit puts out an absolute megaton of hurt. And all the while with 2 catapults going off every turn and that magic phase, I mean, I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a shootout in a big way.
Can the Scarab Swarms take out the courtesan? That's my question.
If you
I
get
need to
into
look at
poison,
the stats.
30 poison attacks.
poison attacks, yeah. You're just hoping for the
Yeah.
poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got.
They
a
have
tough
AP1,
match.
right?
I
I
don't
think
know.
they have AP1. Yeah. Anyways, probably is the answer. It's tough. It's a tough one.
Ben.
And
Ben.
Anton grudged me, and then this is what I get.
This is what you
Old
get.
club mate from LA, and then I used to get this great counter.
Ben, who's
Also,
gonna win
Anton's
this?
a great.
Who's gonna win this,
looking
Ben?
forward to the game.
Aaron's gonna get 20.
Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
Joel, who's gonna win this?
I don't really want to root for the demons, but I think it's a tough matchup. And that whole extra veil tokens always seems to benefit your opponent more than you, especially in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
You're with the
I
Soul
think-
Conduit, yeah.
Yeah, I think UD is gonna get it. But go, man, go demons.
He's gonna hit with both those catapults turn 1, and your second buy brick's gonna be 9 models.
Just gone.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I have to go UD in this matchup. As long
There you go.
as
Man,
long
you underdog.
The underdog.
as long as you don't get your courtesan into behind his lines, if he keeps the courtesan in front of him, I think he's got you. But that's just my opinion. Aaron, I'm sorry I rooted against my own co-host to this YouTube channel. Don't hate me too much. All right, let's move on to. Is this the last matchup? I think this might be the last one.
Yeah.
Table 11. We got Scaled Solutions, Saurian Ancients. We got a Quaddle Lord General on Alchemy. Sun Tablet, Essences of Free Mind, Trained from Birth, Grasp Immortal. So no, that's Alchemy Pyromancy because he can switch it up. We got a Saurian Veteran, CUL cowboy, basically. No, not a cowboy, just a spear guy, because he's got Glory of the Dawn Age. We got a Skink Priest adept on Druidism. We got 32 Saurian warriors with spears and crocodile. 17 Skink Braves with shields and javelins. 25 Temple Guard with a Rending Banner. 2x3 Pterodon Sentries. 5 Chameleons. Taurosaur with a Great Bow. Saurian Giant with a Pet Salamander. Love it. And a Stygiosaur, not magical version, just a regular old Stygiosaur. Who is this?
It's got to be the other Luke, right? DeGallon?
Yeah, this has got to be Luke DeGallon, yeah.
He's not taking his Cayman though. He always plays Cayman.
He usually at least has one block of 6 Cayman, and I don't see it in this list.
Yeah, he is taking the Pet Salamander Giant though, so that's cool.
It's
Very
cool.
cool.
I love it. That is a good model though. Like that's a salamander in a giant's body, basically.
With longer range.
Yeah, it's a strength 4.
I think so.
Flamethrower.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's more like a regular strength for it, where it does D3 wounds on the D6 roll.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal, yeah.
Okay.
He's got the
Two
Yes.
enormous
Yeah.
bricks.
yeah
Two
the essence.
huge bricks, yeah.
He's got the essence of the Free Mind Quaddle, which is nice. And then the 2 big blocks, and then a bunch of chaff around it. I'm afraid 2 blocks isn't enough.
Saurian veteran is like sneaky good for 280 points.
Yeah.
As like a way to make the bricks like a lot harder to deal with.
And he's still a 3-up armor save?
1-up. He's on foot. He's a 1-up, right?
Oh yeah, he's a 1-up.
Because
Wow.
he starts with the 5-up scaly skin.
Yeah, 5-up scaly skin, heavy armor takes you to 3-up, shield 2-up, and a Will's Word 1-up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I think
That's
that's
a
a cool
great
build.
That's a great little build. Yeah, I never thought about that. That's a great little build. I love that. Yeah, so that's a solid list. I like it. And Luke loves his Saurian Ancients, and he sticks with it, and I love him for it. Last list. Triple Indemnity. Dwarven Holds. Oh my god, is that 3 Dragon Seekers? 1 with Rune of Destruction and Rune of Smashing Grim Resolve. The other 2 have Monster Seeker with Rune of Quickening and some other stuff. 2 Rune Smiths. One's the General with Rune of Denial, Rune of Mastery, 3 Battle Runes. The other one is Rune of Mastery with a Great Weapon. 30 Great Beards with Great Weapons. 18 Clans Marksmen with handguns. 10 Clans Marksmen with crossbows. 2x20 Seekers that both the units Vanguard. 10 Seekers that are in the Skirmish Formation and they Vanguard. And 2 Vengeance Seekers. This has got to be Darrell, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be Darrell.
No one else has that many Seeker models.
Man, I love the creativity. This is a crazy different list.
Yeah, those Dragon Seekers will wreck some people's days.
Yeah.
Because remind me, Monster Seeker does the D3 wounds, right?
Monster Seeker does multi-wound 2 against
Multi-wound
large
2.
and gigantic.
And what does Grim Resolve
Top
do?
guy, Grim Resolve is 1 extra attack per model he's touching.
Oh.
And he does the D3 wounds, and he's the strength 10 against toughness 5. So that guy, minimum, will have 7 attacks.
Strength 10, D3 wounds. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
strength 10, D3 wounds, yeah. The other 2 both have the quickening, so they're agility 8, with 1 has lightning reflexes and strength 6 all the time. The other one is 7 attacks, strength 6.
So, and with this scenario, they're going to be 18 inches apart. They're going to Vanguard up to be within 12 inches of you.
Oh my god.
And then if they get first turn, they're going to march 9 inches and be 3 inches in front of you.
Yep. And I don't think has any models that strike before them, because they're all pretty high agility. 2 of them are 8, the other one's
And they're
5.
all going to be in Seeker units, so they're all just unbreakable, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This game's gonna come down to who gets first turn.
Jesus.
Because Pyromancy love to see naked dwarfs.
I know, but he's got plenty of chaff though. He's got 2 units of pterodons, chameleons. He'll throw a Stygiosaur up there he's got the unit of skink braves. Ooh, this is a hard choice. This is a really hard choice.
That salamander will burn a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good round to have the flamethrower salamander.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hard. I'm really torn. I
Swinging
don't know which way this is gonna go, but I'm rooting for the Saurian Ancients just for loving the Saurian Ancients. Vespasian, who you got?
I think I want to go with Loot. And I think the reason why is I think he can kill a lot of the Seekers, and I think that if he kills a lot of the Seekers, those Dragon Seekers can kill like 5, 6 Croc Warriors, maybe 8, and then take like 15 attacks a turn back.
Yeah.
And probably die in 1 or 2 turns, right? And he, as you mentioned, has a ton of chaff to make it like a 2-3 turn process as he kind of, he'll have to deploy deep and like corner and just try to prevent the combat as long as he can.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think Luke can play that game. So I'll give it to Luke.
Ben, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Darrell. I think the objective favors him because he's gonna push everything up, and then he's got a small unit that can just go sit on the spoils. Because Luke only has the 3 scoring units that he has to play defensive with them.
Mm-hmm.
With his monsters, because you can't put them into any of the Seeker units because all those Seekers one-shot every single monster that he has. Like below odds, still one-shot them.
Yeah.
But plus, I like Darrell's. Like, he's more of a man to bring 60 Seekers than me. So
Nah, you have to be a real man to take this list.
yeah, you do. I'll have.
Well done, Darrell.
Yeah.
Joel, what do you think?
I want to pull for Luke. I think if he gets first turn in a strong magic phase, he has a chance. But I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough matchup. So I think it's going to be a close one. I'll say Luke. I'll say Luke's going to do it.
Yeah, there you go. Luke. All right. I think that's it, right? Is that everything, folks? That is everything. I'm really stoked for this tournament. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joel, for putting this together. I think he really. I'm always afraid when TOs put extra rules into a tournament because it could be cool. It could be a complete train wreck, and you just don't know. And I really feel like the extra sauce you put on this tournament is gonna be great. I think I'm really stoked about the investment mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and one of the big things is going to be, I think Joe mentioned it, we definitely want feedback after this on every scenario, on the hired guns and the whole deal. Just so, if it is a train wreck, we can fix it and correct it for next time. But just definitely let us know. Keep that in mind as they're hopefully having a really good weekend. One last comment on the hired guns, because I know we got that out late and people got to pick models they normally don't have. If you need to borrow something, I think Joe has like every model around, so shoot us an email or something if you want. If you need to borrow a model, if you can't scramble something up. I know it's kind of short notice.
You hear that? If you don't have the model for your hired gun on round 3, send the TO or Joe or Joel a email, and they hopefully can hook you up with a model. So anyone going to the tournament, go through this list review again. Go through the lists. Remember to pick your 3 armies and players to invest in. I'm just gonna say it right now. Invest in me. That's a guaranteed return on investment. I'm just putting it out there right now. Just guaranteed. But
Can you invest in yourself?
That's a very good question. Can you invest in yourself?
You cannot invest in yourself.
You cannot invest in yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. This is gonna be fun. It's actually at a really cool venue. I don't know. I'm just excited. We'll see. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hey, if anyone's still watching, I see there are roughly 14 viewers on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Hit that follow button on Twitch. You know, the usual stuff. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a good night. We'll see you in the next battle report. And these all of these tournament games between Vespasian and I will be battle reports coming very soon. So yeah, have a good evening.
See you guys.
Thanks, everybody.